Yo, we back again. If you throw it in the towel, then you're back in sin. We need the Holy Spirit, please let the chaplain in. Here at the front door, chilling with a childish grin. We can now begin. Now the truth be told, we're riding on the light to let the youth get old. And following the one that will soothe your soul and take your bad situation and improve your role to release your flow. It's a long stretch to loosen all the nooses from the baby's necks. And tell the young ladies they should save the sex. And tell the young guys not to break their neck for the place of sex, but get the paycheck. And real women really don't play that. A wise lesson learned really, really way back. I used to okay that. The Lord saved me, Jack, from a life of whack. Come on.
Into the black light, exit the madness.
Oh,
Yeah, into the black light, exit the madness. You're into the black
you might want to start paying attention on this next verse.
You into the black light, exit
Give me your attention for a minute. Damn. Come on. We from the same cut, but playing different positions. A top secret message got the president attention. Do what you do, just make the good folk listen. And trust me, yo, it's not about who you kissing. There is a plan to see you chewed up and shit out. The devil's burning red from the fire that we spit out. We on to get up, the hell with that down low. Cherish the gift of the wisdom that we found, yo. Still on the mission with the daily agenda. Your head's been cloudy, so I doubt you to remember that I walk with the king of kings beside me. Just like the root in India, Irie. I volunteer, no, the Lord didn't hire me. It is the spirit that inspired me. Water of life to show the chief where the fire be. We have no time for those that be acting grimy.
Yeah, I get it.
You see the light now? Boy, I've been talking to y'all for a while. You see, you thought this was for like some type of game. Man, revolution. Yeah. When you're free, your mind, your ass will follow. That's for real. And some of y'all locked up so bad, don't nobody have to put chains on you. Hell, you chain yourself down mentally, spiritually. Come on, free your mind, dude. You a king. Free your mind, chick, you a queen. Let me get something with some feel to it, some funk to it. Come on. I think I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Caribbean, soul, Caribbean. Yeah. Yes, bounce to this. I'm just a black man, title, yo, you give me that. I like them imports, never push the Cadillac. And would you figure, Mr. Man, while you're kicking back with sick plans to get you stacked, making chickens fat? You know you're into that, chillin' with your timber cat. Intoxicated to the point, past sinful acts. Be very nimble, Jack, or Jill will get a water back. And have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not them idle cats. It's deeper than tats and hurricanes and old maps. The spirit flows, so my folks throw daps. Meant for the wise as well as the spoiled brats. So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that have chose crack. Terrible habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah, we need some 3 parts on this mess up. I can't carry my boys that chorus. Come on, line up. Yo, I need y'all 3-part harmony on this. I don't know how you gonna work it out, but work it out. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? No. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Into the room, you feel a certain doom. You might lose your hearing from the sonic boom. Out of the mouth is a sword and I'm taking you out. You try to stop me and I'm faking you out. Man, I wish I had an apprentice to build this work. Collaborate on synthesis. And I hope you remember this. Keep your enemy near to you. Far away, keep those that are dear to you. I hate beer, but I used to drink the brew heavily until the little habit turned deadly. I used to have a bud every day and all week, intoxicated to the point where I couldn't hardly speak. So do the knowledge, that means hold your head, let the past stay dead, and keep a level head, and don't be misled. Remember most of what I said, I'm hot like times in a rock, but you got us hot from working on your block.
By the end of the night, how deep this music is. What is the private demand to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is the private demand to gain the world and lose your soul?
Mike's handed, I'm speaking candid. Understand this is the way that the masses demand it. I have wisdom, but God planned it. General media planned it. I blow flows on beaches and make you wonder where the sand went. The Taliban spent more time in design to destroy cities. My rhymes inspire minds. I'm known as Big Papa, but I ain't your daddy yet. But I could be your bro if you could get the concept. There be many that stand whenever I rip, but it's devastation whenever I rip. I spit flows to hit like mouth on pits, straight legit. You fake rappers need to understand that felonies, gunfights and drugs don't make a true MC. And I will do more than talk this talk. I will defiantly walk this walk. There's no need to spaz. Your nose bleeding while I'm beating your ass. You in the cesspool.
Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music.
In my music, and in a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late when apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, by God, it's overdue. Your time is to the end. Lock Josh silent without sin. He put me on the planet for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With suppressors attached in a war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger prophet like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the plentiful sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. O'Neill's too late when the caps get filled. Don't believe a GC type. On hits close to home, you gotta act the bone. But it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red of my vision through sight. It's killer be killed whenever I fight. From above, I'll be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' rid them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business, you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump. Gimme. Push. Step. Crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
People be acting too goddamn weird for me, man. And I'm the one that's actually the weird one. I'm different. What the fuck's wrong with y'all, man? Fucking weirdos, bro. These motherfuckers broke y'all, man. They broke y'all, man. Y'all can't get it right, man. Worldly possessions, this, that, and the other. Y'all just can't get it right, man. Fuck. Sometimes I feel like I'm wasting my, I don't believe in time, but sometimes I feel like I'm wasting my time. Seriously. I really, really do. That was the reason why, and it took, and I told, and people know it, like Snoo and them, they know it from like Facebook, like people used to like really be chiming in on my, until the CIA started, because of what I say, they're too stupid to know better. Trust me, the CIA is too stupid to know better. Or the Mossad, any one of them fake Jew motherfuckers, but anyway, so they started censoring and hiding one, because that's what they've been doing. Over the last, couple of years, all this stuff has been so they can think individual. For those of you who are easy to program, I don't buy into it because there's too many people that know and I share all the time. And a few of you here, I see that some of you are picking it up, and that's a wonderful thing. But they've been working to silence and hide people. And then there's people who, doing certain things in the voting stuff, they leaned on the ignorance of those people, and they suppressed a lot of people who are actually alluding to the truth. Just like my other account, right? They're talking about, like, they fact-checked something. They're wrong 100%. I just pulled up like 5 more things out of the Netherlands, and everything that I said over there, even though based on my opinion, is actually based on a fact. They talk about medical misinformation, like, oh, over here, nobody's really running to get any more jabs than anything. So that shows you how stupid they are. Okay? But and they don't have no control of power over me. This is what's so funny. It's like but I want to go ahead and get into some things that I find might be important. I know I've seen people I've said it for so long. D5D, and you don't need to know what that is. That's a very secretive, more secretive than them. And you would think that we've dispersed, but I'm not in sororities. I'm not into secrets yet. There are things that have to be done, and sometimes there are things that could seem problematic. There are emblems or even symbols that most people would purely ignore because it's not in the limelight. It's not prime. The enemy, of course, pays attention to everything. Like I said, there's a way to communicate. For those of you who have ever been on a trail, you know what I'm talking about, in the military, Army, Marine Corps, or whatever, you know that you can go and move in force, and everything is about hand signals. Regardless of having throat comms or whatever, hand signals. Hand signals can take you a long way. Who moves first, who goes in the room second, and blah, blah, blah. Without ever hearing a peep. And I got some notes that I'm going to go ahead and read. I actually set this up like almost an hour ago, like 7:20, 7:15 or something like that. And when I set it up, it said, listen to this. As I always have it, I never make it private. So I took a picture of it just to show you how goofy these things are. So when it goes in, it's going to say private, not my work. When I first created it, before I put the screensaver, right, the thumbnail, it actually removed it again. This is them. So I put the thumbnail back, and it had it for 4:48. Like the time I'm setting up, though, I had not hit time for later or anything. This is how the mad cow disease. Let me point this out. Yeah, I'm eating meat right now. I'm a little different. That's all I'm gonna say. I would advise y'all to first get a thing to cleanse you, to elevate. If you don't know how to breathe in your nose and out your mouth, I said get out in the sun for at least 3 or 4 hours every day. I'm serious. Okay? Especially melanated brothers and sisters. And even you least melanated, you really need, and stop using that damn sunscreen. That's like all that. That's why so many of you light skins get cancer more than anybody, because you're using all those chemicals, L'Oreal and everything. And then you got these goofy little knuckleheads putting dyes in their hair and perms, and then they wonder why they got ovarian and this, that, and all these other cancers. Anyway, excuse me. Anyway, because there's so much I want to discuss. Now I'm gonna get to my notes here in a minute. They are so consistently inconsistent, and they're showing themselves because they don't care. You watch how people are moving because you have too many melanated people who are ignorant. Way too many. And we've covered how we got here. Everybody does. I know y'all, Kiramil had a pretty good one he can put up yesterday, another day. There's a few people. I've got to come over here. I got to go and find original Lone Wolf and everybody else's because I don't know if I followed them from here because I've been really building up the other one. So I'm circumventing that. Just to let y'all know. Yet, I will be sharing anything you do make. The problem at hand is, I'm attempting to think and be real hospitable and nice. I started right off out the barrel like a Full Metal Jacket. We make too many friggin' excuses. I'm saying we. I don't have to say we. That's obvious. When I'm teaching children or so-called adults to kick, it's not we kicking. I already know how to kick. I'm teaching you how to kick. But yet I will say we because I fundamentally learned because it was who I was. That whenever I would teach guys to work, how to do the work, what tools to carry and what use, the best and fastest way to safety wire, everything that I did it, and I showed them first. And then when they started doing it, I continued to do it. So it wasn't just me, blah, 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 do, which I could do. It was me standing right by my younger brothers, my younger brothers at the time. We didn't have sisters working with us. Younger brothers at the time, they were coming in before I was forced to retire. I was always, and if not, my hands, if not more callous and more dirty because I knew what it took to get it done. And nobody was able or allowed to slack up. And see, y'all are comfortable. That's what I'm saying. You are comfortable and you're lazy. And y'all don't mind slacking up. That's why I made the statement like, I never wanted to do this. And y'all think this is a game. I didn't. And there's people who know this. This is not me attempting to prove nothing. I don't have to prove nothing. I don't argue or debate with people who don't know nothing. Their little bit of information, run around their little world. This is my client, Trump. We know our history. Yeah, you know whatever. So what? I don't even bother to waste time. I don't care. But you're in this position and you have the biggest opportunity to change everything, everyone. I keep watching these videos pop up because I don't follow them. It's like the CIA is doing it like it's supposed to bother me or something. I'm just looking like, that's good work. That's how lame they are. Or whatever alphabet group, because there's more other than, see, the CIA is the front, all right? You need to be mindful of that. And there's not there's some people in the CIA who are actually good fucking people. They really are vested in what they do. But then you have the underlying, just like anywhere else, just like school, just like medical preparatory schools and teachers and professors, everywhere. It's, all right, so, but I'm using them because they are supposed to protect the interests, but they don't. They have, by these fake Jews, they have situated the people in the right positions to do the dumb shit you see now. So those are the fucks I'm talking to. Now, excuse my language. My brothers, especially my sisters. No, I didn't want to do this. I could say it a million times. But I after it took 300 people. It dead ass did. I ain't making it up. People who I don't even like. Well, I don't hate. I know they're about BS. They subscribe to other channel subscriptions there. They can come and take it anytime, but they subscribe because they know it wasn't about being wrong and right, but they knew I was right. But they still have their podium. They still have their ego and this, that, and the other, and they know that I'm gonna show. I'm like a very clear window. You look in, you can see everything in the store, if you open your eyes. How did you get in this position? Well, isn't it funny how they always want to point to 1776? Most people aren't aware that the Revolutionary War is a goddamn lie. You're still under the crown. Taxation without no representation. Who's your representation? Now are you paying attention to why I'm reading? Why I read the Constitution and everything, the amendments, and William Cooper, Behold the Pale Horse? I know. Oh, he's just reading so much. Did you even pay attention to this? Hey, Delicious, what's up, beloved? Home Mac, what's happening? What's happening? I am Baby Real Sorry. Charles Johnson, what's going on, guys? New. How come it's only showing 3 people here? Did somebody have to run away and do something? Anywho, it doesn't matter. I'm going to say what's got to be said. I'm a person who doesn't like to talk a lot. And you would think otherwise. I love to read. I don't like to converse. I was never really one with a whole lot of communication, conversation. I always thought people around me were stupid. No, I really did. I remember, I'm going to share something with y'all. Y'all may think it's a secret. But the first girl I had sex with got pregnant. My father, my grandmother, I worked. I had a lot of money. I took $160 and she had abortion. Well, she later on had children with a guy we know from high school. And she's a Jew. And we were both young. It's Pam. And nobody really knew that. That was long before. That was like, I don't know, second year in high school. I don't know. First, I don't know. I can't remember. No, I think it was we were young. And then later on, she would go on to commit suicide some years ago. And we used to converse a lot. And she'd be like, things happen. Drugs, mentality, what's in the water, everything. The world that you deal with, the people that you attempt to smile and stay happy for. You know? A lot of hidden lies. People can't lie to one another. You cannot afford to be a liar. It is destructive and detrimental. But you got here because of the lies. Betrayal. And it took a war. If you notice that everything happens during the World's Fair prior and right after, around 1850, 30, 50, right? Around 50 is when it really started, because that's when the war was already kicking. And we were fighting foreigners coming here, but they were establishing themselves in the northern parts, the so-called northern parts. We won't speak scripted. We'll speak in a way so that we have a clear understanding. And they would keep bringing them in, and they were attacking us from all fronts, people. But we were some very, very bastard-like people. We were killing them in the droves. No, seriously. We didn't really lose. We were betrayed by our own. Let me pull this little note up. I have this PDF. I'm gonna hold it up and show you. I was going over it before I read my notes. Okay. So this is one of my, as you know, I keep a ton of PDFs and notes and stuff. So let me. American fraternities. Okay, here we go. The American Fraternity by Betty Mullins Jones, Alpha Phi, whatever the goofy stuff. The following remarks were given at the bicentennial celebration of the American College Fraternity. Listen to me. The bicentennial celebration of the American College Fraternity. What is the bicentennial supposed to mean to you? Inauguration or something? At this 1976 NIC annual meeting in Williamsburg, Virginia. Fraternities are uniquely American, are they? Although European schools have clubs and societies, nothing parallel to the American fraternity system exists elsewhere. Nothing parallel to the American fraternity system exists elsewhere. Nowhere. The first fraternity was begun at the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia on December 5th, 1776. Think about it. I can think about it. When a group of students formed a secret society, which they call Phi Beta Kappa, after the first initials of their Greek motto, love of wisdom. Because they were attaining wisdom here while we were dying and fighting, hiding, running. We were tired. And the secret is who you are, the importance, because it was led by these bourgeois, these fake Jews. You can go and research the names. I'm not going to do it here. I want somebody to fact check me. Phi Beta Kappa existed as a social group for the first 50 years of its life, and chapters were established at other schools, including Harvard, Yale, and Dartmouth. Harvard, Yale, and Dartmouth. Wow, European Britain, right? Harvard, Yale, and Dartmouth. Successors to what? The movements that solidified the colloquial of the Masonic movement, skull and crossbones. I don't want to get into all the other numbers because I'm not here for that to give them energy. It's the ones that y'all may be aware of. Anyway, existed as a social group for the first 50 years of its life, and chapters were established at other schools, including Harvard, Yale, and Dartmouth. It did not become the scholastic honor society we know today until after the anti-Masonic and anti-secret society agitation of the 1820s. Make it make sense. But Phi Beta Kappa set the tone and instituted many of the characteristics which are considered typical of fraternities: a Greek letter name, men of letters, a Greek motto, an oath of secrecy. What do you see on the dollar bill? The dollar bill. What is maritime law? Greek motto, an oath of secrecy, a badge, a ritual, a seal, and a secret grip and handshake. Undoubtedly, the Greek motto and Greek name arose from the fact that all these students studied Greek as an academic requirement. Let me come about that PDF. If you want to, just go ahead and pull up the American Fraternity and download the. I've had it for quite a long time. I just never thought I would start reading it, and I'm just reading a little yourself. So let me go into my notes though. Here I have just a few notes that I like to do my little. So in recent years, students and activists alike have criticized Greek life for its discriminatory recruitment, hazing, and sexual violence. This has led to the abolish Greek life movement, which argues that Greek life must be discontinued due to its roots in an outdated system of racism and misogyny. Well, everybody knows that everything right now, the veil, the veil's been lifted. The veil is being torn again. So what you have is they've allowed things to become to a crescendo, a perversion. It's like going from the low to the high, and all the windows shattering. You know what I'm saying? For those who hit those serious acapella, and it's like Freaknik, Spring Break, everything. Even the one in what you call Point in Mexico. When they have all the black people go down there in Cancun and to do all the little wild running around butt naked and sexing on the beach and all that. It's not about moral subjugation. And the funny thing is, when I used to see them, I used to watch the little goofies walking around. And what they're doing is people of letters. They're doing signals, and they don't even know what they've been sucked into, and the people and the perversions that have made it. Well, let's look at this right here. The North American fraternity and sorority system began with students who wanted to meet secretly, a lot of homosexuals, usually for discussions and debates, usually, not always. Not thought appropriate by the faculty or their schools. The first fraternity was begun at the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia, December 5th, as we know, Phi Beta Kappa, right? A social club organization. Traditions, the very first fraternity, Phi Beta Kappa, was founded in 1776 and was kept a secret. And in 1831, they disclosed their secrets by bylaws, which you can go ahead and look at, the made-up nonsense. Some fraternities keep their traditions and constitutions, the Constitution, secret, and some publish them. Now, when you think about it, you say, well, if that's the case, when was the women? Well, Alpha Delta Phi became the first secret society for women. Secret society, it's a cult, not a goddamn They say women of letters and men of letters. They go, yeah, I belong to a fraternity. We'll get into the Negro part in a minute. I say that in a very disdained fashion. I hope someone come over here and look what they foolish ass selves. Because they're depth. See, when you're involved in something, you know, it's like a punch. You put so much into it, you're not going to leave it unless you get busted. Well, we're going to bust something. Alpha Delta Phi became the first secret society for women in 1851. Our friends at Phi Mu became the second in 1852. Kappa Alpha Theta became the first organization established as a Greek letter woman's fraternity in 1870. And in 1882, Gamma Phi Beta was the first group to refer to themselves as a sorority. It should be noted that most early organizations were founded by and for women who were privileged enough to attend college, meaning wealthy so-called whites. Now, most people are very aware now, all right, that white and black is a construct. It's a status. These secret societies were meant to go and be elusive and patrol and see what was going on and give back information, okay? Why do I say this? Well, you know that WB, they paint the bad guys as heroes, like they did with Martin, Cornel West, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton. Not until the latter of the 90s and the early and mid 2000s, right? So-called made-up year, right? Did they start showing that these people were frauds. The fact that Jesse Jackson, once Martin Luther King was shot or whoever, the feds got him on a plane and got him out of there and sent him, what, to Chicago? Cornel West scared it out like a little chunk chicken shit. Then you had some people who were questionable. Every one of them belonged to a fraternity based on one of the holders of the 1909 indoctrination of a homosexual named W.B. Du Bois. So what was the first black fraternity? Black means dead. I don't care how you want to paint it. So if you want to call yourself black, got it in your name. That's not my problem. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. A lot of you are very well aware of what's been going on. When the U.S. Postal Service came out, a corporation. When the medical system came out, a corporation. That wasn't too long ago. Okay? So if you have a teen that's about 18, roughly around the time when it really started shedding its head. And anywhere between there, probably when he was about 12, too. Anyway, with the aim of manly deeds, what the fuck man has to prove manly deeds? What egocentric, de-emasculating bullshit crap is that? Scholarship and love for all mankind. Oh my goodness. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity is the first intercollegiate Greek letter organization founded for black men in the United States. Doesn't even say America. 7 students at Cornell University started the organization on December 4th, 1906. And W.E.B. Du Bois was one of those faggots, which he joined the Epsilon chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha at the University of Michigan. Michigan people. Show me state, right? 1909 as an honorary member. I know a lot of y'all seen that big old swole homosexual who talk about these fraternities and he laid it down about a lot of them. Y'all seen the last video with this guy who wanted to marry this girl and she said no when she realized he had a homosexual relationship, because that's the thing in the last 20 years. A lot of brothers in these colleges, Upsilon, Montclair State University, UNLV, all of them. I've been listening to the kids talk about a lot of melanated men have been having homosexual relationships. I'm saying over 75%, y'all. Women cannot raise men. And men can't raise men alone without the power of a woman. You have to change your diets, people. The Masonic order, the lie itself, was created to hide everything and incorporate anything to use to keep people blind. Isn't it funny that most of our people aren't Christians? I already quoted Frederick Douglass 1,000 times. He's not the only one. They want you to believe that he came from Scotland, by way of Africa. Some old maze up, just throwing stuff around. This fake Jews just right on in, and these goofy niggas just grab it up and run with it. As if they're doing a good deed. Because they're legitimately the dumbest fucking people on the planet. Some of you belong to that, some sororities. Sisters, I know a lot of y'all get into that sorority shit. Not knowing that it's not the place for our fucking people. If anybody wants to challenge me, because I know some of you are all about that, you're more than welcome. The offer is always open. And I know right now a lot of people are scared of me. I don't know why. I would just love to hear the fucking challenge. Now, I don't know this. I know there's some arrogant motherfuckers out there. I can't wait until they run a bomb. You know what I'm talking about? Like, hit the land and all of a sudden, there's nowhere else to go. Get out. You're on foot, motherfucker. Can't hope you can build a shelter. Since I'm about to rain a whole lot of shit on you. And there ain't no coconuts. Matter of fact, you're on an island nobody knows about. So I would love to hear it. I am fortunate to have met people when I was in New York who sat down with me in Washington Square Park, and we were talking, and we had some come by and want to talk shit, and so then the capoeira guys, and so I started doing capoeira and started doing hard chin style, which is conditioning for the body, which I probably should be doing, but because I have sore joints, I haven't done it in the last few years. And the people who was going to talk shit all of a sudden stopped. And then they, looked over and they saw that the fact I was going to be patrolling the guardian angels. Because a lot of people like to argue on, so I says, well, I saw and I knew what they was going to try and do. I didn't want to hurt nobody. And the women have, how do you say, denounced the sororities? They have took all this shit and I told them burn it. I said take the ash and just fucking let it go where it needs to go. And I had a whole bunch of them get up out of there. And I had to actually take them to a bookstore and started showing them things. The majority are not going to let go. The sad thing is, like gang members, sororities, secret orders, where's the family? And they would say that they're a family. But then when you find out that W.E.B. Du Bois was a homosexual, was a traitor to the people, he worked hand in hand with Margaret Sanger, with the churches, the black churches, to get this stuff done. There's other ones too now. We just haven't crossed that vector. Marcus Garvey, Hal Celeste was part of the goddamn thing too. Yes, Margaret Sanger, yes. Foreigners. Hal Celeste come here and I'm still seeing Jamaicans and fucking goofies talking about, yeah, Celeste. I slept with their fucking dreads. They need to stop smoking that shit for a moment. Clear their fucking head. Because when he was doing that, Harlem Hellfighters, a few of them went over there and beat back the fucking Italians with the planes and told them Ethiopians how to fly the motherfuckers. That's all we ever did was help the fucking world. Then we got these goofy motherfuckers who want to be something special who ain't shit. Doing these things. And you would never think about it because you had nobody ever say this. Sometimes I want to grab somebody and just fucking, and then pick them up and throw them across the fucking street. I'm not advocating violence. I'm being honest. And then jump. But I'll see them in the end. I have a lot more information here. Obviously, I didn't read it all. I mean, what would I do looking like going through all? It's just too much. I want y'all to do the research. Just like I said on that video, they try to strike me on with the faggots. Same ones watching here. They're going to watch this later and review it. Little faggots. I have nothing against homosexual faggots. I'm gonna call you what the fuck I want to call you, though. You're broken. I don't give a fuck. It's never gonna change. It's facts. And that's to them. But for y'all, it's not going to just go away. Even though you have fake ass Jews telling the truth, telling you who you are. There are thousands of them telling you right now. Native Americans don't mean a fucking squat. They ain't shit. They're not even they don't have land patents for one. Most of us, we all have land patents. Isn't that funny? They never had a bank. They never built great cities. They didn't rebuild shit, the capital or anything else, because they don't know how to fucking do it. That's why I don't know why y'all argue with these people. But based on the Kappa Phi, Deltas, and all them other motherfucking Sigmas and shit, they're the ones who colluded to be teachers and teach a false history. Willingly and fucking knowingly. It's like these black ass churches. These motherfuckers went in there knowing exactly what the fuck they were doing because they were cowards thinking they were playing it fucking safe, as my great grandmother said. That even got shit to do with what I learned in Edinburgh, Scotland, or anything else or anywhere else, or what I already knew. Let me shut it down. We're going to come back in about... I'm going to eat a little early today because I want to go and test out a new firearm I built. I'm not going to say what it is because it's not for the masses. And so I'm going to eat a little early. And then I want to come back and I want to read. And then I want to go out and spend some time in the sun with Al and a couple of other people who were hanging out yesterday. They were like, how come you... I want to go out and talk, practice on my Spanish. I was speaking a little German with them yesterday, and it was fun. So, yeah. I'm dead ass serious when I said it at first. I was just like, I felt like there's no hope for y'all. I don't know what the fuck hope means. I'm just speaking so you can infer and interpret how you understand it. I've moved away from a lot of these fucking words. When I'm talking, y'all can see it, man. It's like, it's not stress. It's a strain to say this shit because I know what the fuck I'm saying. Like, I really know, and it's actually it's like running around a block backwards, sideways, in front at the same time. Like, it makes no fucking sense. And it's becoming unnatural. Whatever natural fucking means, right? Order. There's no order to it. And then I'm going to talk in a way that you'll be like, what the fuck is he saying if I start talking the other way, order and all that. But anyway, it's like speaking 2-3 different languages at the same fucking time. And one of them just is bullshit. And everybody speaks the one that's bullshit. Everyone sputtles or spittles or spews or frequency. Y'all, what I'm saying, right? But I, how you know of me? I don't like being the water that goes in one direction and has to revert in another direction to create a calamity or a problem. So it's not about me creating a problem, because I know that's what how y'all would convey it, but that's not what I'm saying. Misdirection. So miss me with the bullshit, right? Misdirection. I am not about that. I don't even know what that is. I can call it, but I don't know. I don't give it. I don't have nothing for it. I don't have. I really didn't want to do this shit. And every time I turn around, every moment, my existence of seeing is nullifying the fact. It's a lot of bullshit out here. A lot of bullcocky, excrement. I don't know. You know what I mean. There's no heed or warning to be given. Fuck it. Yet I'm going to continue. Because I said it was 300 people, and they did over a 6-month period of time. Y'all are... Y'all got to free yourselves. Y'all got to stop being selfish. You got to get rid of them egos. You got to stop listening to people that keep you in this containment of fuckery. I've reached out. I called my brother Cartrell. I've called people who never thought about calling me. I don't need to call anybody. I don't need to communicate or conversate with anyone. And yet I see that these individuals are so fucking lost. I see the posts. I see that they're putting hearts and emojis and shit on. I'm like, but you would talk to me as if you think you're misleading me or misrepresenting yourself is what you're doing. I see it all the fucking time. And then I see the ones who stand alone and I see what the fake government's doing. And I appreciate and I applaud y'all because they're doing what you're doing. They're doing to you what they're doing to me. And it's a beautiful thing. And it's only because you're following me. So you better put on your fucking galoshes. Stand the fuck tall. Mind your manners. And stop partaking in the festivities of the world they created. Even though some of you are locked into some bullshit, it's your choice and your decision how the fuck you move. There's no such thing as secrets or lies. Yet, that's the shit that destroys you by believing in that. Because that means that you lack the knowledge of knowing truth. I am attempting to get you to walk into another place instead of the perversion you've been in for so long. Yet, the people you're around are steeped in that perversion. They live that lie. You're not going to fucking change them. At least not overnight. All right? The fraternities, the secret societies, and all of them, there's hundreds of them. They have done their fucking job, and they've done their job well. You know what I mean? They have fucked our people up. They have really done a job, y'all. All right? When you free your mind, your ass will follow. Hopefully. I mean, right now the government's treasonous, and you see how everybody's moving, right? Motherfuckers are too busy wanting to fight one another. They think that everything is normal. I kind of sit back and laugh. That's what you want to call it. I'm going to go ahead and get my shit together so I can go out here and test this fucking rifle I built and have a good little time doing that. And I'm going to come right back because, like I said, it's just shoot a few rounds, make sure that it's cycling. And then come on back. I'm going to prep my meal now. And then we're going to get this read in because I want to be out there in the sun for about 2 or 3 hours in case it decides to rain or something. I don't watch the news. I don't know. I don't look at the weather on the phone or apps or whatever. If it happens, it happens. Okay? Anyway, appreciate you guys. Let me make sure this thing is burning because I actually had something that was... Well, you ever boiled... You ever put... Oh, yeah. Here we go. You ever put add water to that. Did you ever put, let me raise this up. I'm going to ask y'all this question and I'm going to get the fuck off of here, okay? I know a lot of you like, oh, you still talking. Shut the fuck up, pussy. Anyway, did y'all ever take your garlic? Like, I didn't do this one. I took part of it and then some, and then put an olive oil and put it in the oven and let it in a container. Well, that's what's in there. I smell it, and I got an onion in the oven and a Pyrex boiling. So all that's going to become an onion and garlic paste. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Cool. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 eggs from the res from my old bird coop, boiling on slow. So I'm low, and so it only takes 3 minutes on high to have a well boiled egg. But I'm doing it slow. I want it hard. I put I actually use this salt right here. I don't like Morton, but I use the sea salt, of course. You know I use Himalayan and black Hawaiian salt. So we're gonna throw a little bit more in there. It's just for the shell to harden it. You could do vinegar too. For those who know, you know. All right. And so by the time I get back, I'm actually gonna top the water off on that because, like I said, it's 12 eggs. But I'm gonna use the Pure Life distilled water to top it off. I'm not gonna use all my purified water and stuff. That's what that is. And I'll get back with y'all, and we get the facts of facts read in, and I'm gonna read Anunnaki, the two books, the War and all that, Anunnaki. And when you see me, don't attempt to interpret that you think I feel some kind of way or emotion. No. There's no doubt. Yet I have to be honest as far as the sentiments in my thought, how I see things. I can never ask you to be me. I can ask you to walk with me. And I know it sound complicated, and it's going to sound complicated to you. I really don't care. But I'm going to do what I have to do. All right? Some people remember me, and I have to use this as an illustration. On Facebook, some years ago, before I was poisoned, I says, look, it took me a whole year and a half. I says, I got to work on removing my emotions and feelings because every time drunks got to doing something in Navajo, I just want to bang them out. And I was like, well, I got to get control of this because I was, you know how many people are knocked out on the reservation or, you know, and people say red, but you know, I was like, yeah, well, you know what, then straighten them out. So when they drink or straighten them out, then when they see me, they know who the fuck I am because all I'm going to do is I'm going to hurt them. I'm not advocating violence. I'm telling you how I live. And I walked around, the horses, animals, everything came to me. I rescued animals, this and another, but you always had these idiots who in their little fictional world thought that sometimes they could do things. I was by myself. Are you listening? And it didn't matter. Like the day when I was at Spirit gas station and the guy was going to shoot his cousin over meth, and I took the gun out of his hand and smacked him all the way around behind the building. And the owner and Maxine had to come out red. And I was like, no, man. The fact that with a bad back, knees and everything, I was always helping old ladies out when their trucks broke down to push their trucks up a road that I had no way I should have been doing. And then some of the men would get a little grieving because the women's supposed to be in control, right? But that's not the case. There was a lot of abuse, this, that, and the pedophilia, all kind of stuff, right? And I would step to these people. So, what I'm reading and what I'm asking and what I'm doing, right? Y'all telling yourselves, and you would think that it's a feeling and emotion. No, I just look at y'all, some of y'all, and I say, what the fuck are you doing? Are you that troubled? Are you that bothered? Any fucking who, let me get off of here and do what I gotta do. I got my rifle right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this shit out, and I'll see y'all fucking later. Because I'm getting real fucking tired. We're not talking about a feeling either. I'm just getting fucking tired. Tired of stupidity. Because that seems to be the fucking thing now. Alright? What was that? Right. Anyway, I'm going to see you guys here shortly, alright? And like I said, facts and facts, and then we're going to get into the DNA of the gods and the wars of Anunnaki. And then we're going to, like I said, see, I'm reading them, so we're going to read it, because we're going to get into the Negro Project. We're not going to read 100 Years of Lynching today. We're going to wait. We're going to give that until probably next week. Because what I read, I know y'all ain't paying attention to. So next week, maybe when I read it again, it's like getting on a bike. When you actually start to learn how to ride it, then you start pedaling and you realize that, oh, what, you really could control the apparatus. All right, so let me go do what I got to do. All right? Our women are our fucking power. Niggas, get it the fucking together. Y'all, man. If y'all brothers don't get it together, how can the women ascertain their fucking power, man? And you women, you stay around broken, weak-ass niggas, but you're entertained and you're happy with it. I don't get it, man. Anyway, see y'all in a little bit, man. Letters, women of letters, secrecies, secret societies. Oh, we're incorporated. Oh, Is that what we want to be? No, not citizens. We want to be wild and free. They fucked and did a number on our people. W. Du Bois, Margaret Sanger, Thatch Moe, Scatman Crothers, got to be in it. Look at Eartha Kitt, Sidney Poitier was like, we fucked, but I got to be with the white folks in order to get somewhere. Betrayed on all levels, man. I'll get with y'all later.